I have been waiting for this package for over 20 years. Okay, maybe not this specific box, but I've been wanting to do what's in this box for over 20 years. Let's cut a big old hole in my roof. What I have here is a sliding ragtop sunroof from Legacy Ragtops. First thing I noticed, they do not cheap out on the packaging. It is nice to know they take the extra steps and the extra care to package that up that good. I'm excited to see it. Let's hurry this up.
Turn to fast forward.
Fast forward!
Fast forwarding, sir. Try here. Stop.
Dang. That's cool.
Gonna save this bag it came in, because once we get that on the truck, it's gonna have to come off. Because we might be ready to put the hole in the roof before body work and paint, but we're not ready to permanently put this thing on yet. That means we'll be taking it back off, and I'll be storing it in the house. So before I did anything, I marked all the pieces. I'm gonna have to take it apart, put it back together a few times, so I wanna make sure that I keep all the parts where they're supposed to go. Don't ever remove that nut. Why, what's that nut? I don't know, that's just what the sticker says. So those corner pieces I labeled, they go underneath the roof and kind of sandwich it. I don't think in this application that they're really corner specific, but I think on some of them that have a real contoured roof, they could be. So I went ahead and labeled them anyway, because I'm gonna put them back exactly the way they are now, the way that Legacy put this together. These are all our parts. We've got nuts and bolts, washers, some self-tappers. We got our handle that's gonna open and close at the top. We got some pinch welt here that'll go around the edge when we're ready to finish it off. That'll hold the headliner up against our opening here. This is some sort of headliner strip, and it'll hold the headliner tight on the back side. Get on with it. I wanna see that on the truck by the end of the day. So once I got that taken apart, I brought the canvas piece in the house and I'm left with the frame. So I'm gonna put that back together so I can make some measurements and put it on the roof and see where I want it. put a ton of tape on there, and I made marks all over the roof to measure from. That's a square sunroof on a square roof. Let's not make it crooked. It is perfect. And I had to remeasure this because I marked that wrong. I marked it here instead of here. But that was a pretty easy fix. I just had to measure out 1 more inch on each side. I'm glad I caught that, but at the same time, if I wouldn't have, at least I wouldn't have cut too much off. I would have just had to take off another inch. But now, as long as I follow that correct line, I'll be all right. I got a few different options to cut that hole. Thus, air saw, death wheel and the grinder. I'm gonna try a jigsaw with a metal blade first. Pinger. These hyperstep bits I got from Matco, these things are great. Gonna be able to go right to 1/2 inch. No drilling a pilot hole or nothing. Technically, I didn't even have to chiping them. Definitely not a paid sponsor there. But Matco, if you're listening, I do like your tools. The reason I'm doing those 1/2 inch holes in the corners, not only is it gonna allow me to put my saw into, but a round corner is gonna be stronger than a 90-degree inside corner. Because a 90-degree inside corner is more likely to tear. And I don't want my roof to tear. Would you? Nobody likes it when their roof tears. So I went with a bimetal jigsaw blade for thin metal. Let's see how that went. You see, I only went about that far. That's because I don't want that roof to get all super floppy on me. I'm actually gonna support it. And as I get to each corner, I'm gonna do that. Because not only is that roof gonna get all super floppy, when I get to the last one, it's gonna wanna fall into the cab and it could bend the rest of the roof. Missy! That way, come on, go home. Dang head supervisor decided to walk off the job. Now what was I saying? Oh yeah, we don't want the roof to fall down when we come to our last cut. A deburring tool probably would have been good enough, but I went around the hole with a couple of files, a flat file, a round file, cleaned it all up. These clamps, they're like $1. I went ahead and put the frame pieces in my hole and clamped them with my $1 clamps. I started drilling through the holes in the frame into the roof, but then I thought the little studs that go through those holes in the frame are kind of knurled, so they grab a hold of the hole in the frame. So I was worried if I was running a drill bit through those that I would open them up a little bit too much and those studs wouldn't grab a hold. This marker is great for marking holes. Super skinny and super long. I'll put an affiliate link down below. When I'm ready to permanently install this around that aluminum frame, I want to put some butyl or window weld or I don't know, seam sealer maybe under that aluminum frame to keep water from wanting to sneak its way under there. So you know, once I got that bolted down, I was excited to run inside and grab that top. These tracks here are popped up in the front because we don't have that nut tightened. And what we're gonna do is slide the RAGTOP under those tracks and little plastic gliders that are on. I'm gonna try to slide that on there myself, but I warned the wife she might have to come out and help me. But I think she's a little camera shy. Got it. So now we'll tighten those tracks down and then we can bolt that rear cap down. So I'm not ready for this part yet because I got to take that off and paint the truck. But this is how it works. This is the headliner strip that goes in the back of that. And what we're going to do is grab that headliner material that's sewn inside of this top, pull it out of here, and either have somebody hold that tight or tape it to the roof. Because what we're going to do is take our strip and push down on it like that. I want that headliner pulled nice and tight. So when you look up inside, the headliner looks right. It's not sagging, not all wrinkly. The little self-tapping screws that they sent. When I'm ready to do that, and I put that headliner strip there, those self-tappers will go through that into the frame. And ideally, hold the headliner tight. This pinch welt here is also for the headliner. Whatever headliner material you'll have, you stretch over to the sunroof and that welt will pinch it in here. Give it a nice finished look and hold the headliner in place. I'm gonna get that out of my way for now though. So I had originally envisioned this giant hole, which would be super cool when it's open. But guys, it's gotta look right all the time. Before I ordered this, I kind of stood back and looked at the truck, and it's gonna be Viper red. And I just couldn't see that black canvas looking good on the roof being overly huge when it's closed. It looked killer when it was open, but no. Stop, pump the brakes, stare at the truck for a while, take it all in. That's what I told myself. And what I also always tell myself is that with building custom vehicles, it shouldn't be over the top, crazy, obvious what you did. I'm not real into that shock and awe look. I try to make it look like it belongs there. Nothing I can do about them carburetors, guys. But I think the 20 by 35 sliding rag I put on this thing is perfect. Do me a favor, guys. Hit me up with a comment about anything. What I'm gonna do is take this cap and put those bolts through the hole. Oh! Dang, didn't know we weren't supposed to remove? The stud's in the way. We gotta drill another hole, guys. Kind of line them up I'm gonna give it a little smack, see if that'll mark where I need to put that hole. All right, that worked pretty good. We get all them tightened down. So in the corners up here, there's these knobs. And when you tighten them down, it tightens the corner of the top to the roof. In the middle here, that's where this crank guy goes. In the middle of it is a 3/16 Allen. So in my case, I'll just be using this for now. But how this handle works is you put a jam nut on there first. Then you put the handle on. You tighten the jam nut to it. That's a huge exciting win out here in the garage. Stacking them W's.